Kimson is actually, for us back in Kelvin Sng production, he's actually our first choice. And then I'm actually very looking forward to work with this young potential guy.
Actually, Sir Tonton, the first time I heard, actually the first time na nalaman ko about this project was my handler asking me if I can speak Mandarin or Hokkien in any way because that's the requirement of the film. Sabi ko naman I can do it, and yun, basically I just sent a video with me recording and speaking in Chinese, introducing myself in Chinese. Then basically after that, right after a few days, we had a meeting with Miss Priscilla, who's the head of AOR Global. So yun po, then eventually through meetings, then I fly to Singapore, then meeting then po with the Director Kelvin Sng and Chef John. Then up until now, natuloy na po yung project.
I would want to say that Kimson is actually, for us back in Kelvin Sng production, he's actually our first choice. And then I'm actually very looking forward to work with this young potential guy, to further explore more of the Singapore food and also the culture, and then using him as a media to actually tell more of the Philippine people our way of life in Singapore.
We first saw his work and we saw a lot of promise in him. And then we managed to have a meeting with him, and we really love his work ethic and his attitude, because he's really humble, especially when you meet him and get to speak to him. And that's quite a good quality that we look for. We also needed to see if he could speak Mandarin fluently. And the answer is yes, thankfully he could. Because in Singapore, it's very important. A lot of Singaporeans speak Mandarin. And for him to be able to fit in as a Singaporean in this film, he has to be able to speak that well. So because of all this, we decided on Kimson. We thought he was a very good match for this movie. So his training when he comes to visit us in Singapore for the shoot, the training that he'll have before that is for him to be able to immerse into Singapore culture and to learn all about our practices, the hawker environment, for him to experience it firsthand so that he's able to portray that in the movie accurately.
So basically, I think back in July, I have just met Joseph over a breakfast. So where that we talk about, how are we going to come together, because it's always my wish to put the Filipino talents and Singapore talents together. So, and it's just so coincidence that in the month of June, I met up with Kelvin and Chef John, and then we have this conversation of having this movie. So when it's just so coincident that Sir Joseph came to Singapore and we met up, so I shared with him that I need to fulfill this dream that I always wanted, to put the two talents together. So, and Sir Joseph said, yeah, I have a talent that can speak beautiful Mandarin. That's how KIMSON'S come into our journey.
I think feel ko that played really a vital role in me getting the role, kasi po that's the very requirement po of the film, from artists from the Philippines that can speak really fluent Mandarin po talaga. Because basically, Sir Jerry, I came from a Chinoy family, so basically I have a Chinese background, and with my parents po, both of them like from China, so basically kumbaga, it's my mother language na rin at the same time, and plus I attended the Chinese school po during elementary and high school days, so doon ko po talaga mas natutunan po ang pagsasalita ng Mandarin and Hokkien po talaga. Sa ngayon po, wala pa po. But I'll fly to Singapore next year to start my training with AOR and with Chef John. Basically, para po sa film dahil, this will revolve around the food culture, the hawker culture of Singapore. So basically, I have to focus more on like my cooking skills and everything. Right now, I'm slowly learning how to cook sa bahay. I'm learning how to, get the feel of the kitchen. Soon I'm starting to go training with the AOR Philippines with my, other aspect of my craft that I can improve on. Lalo na po pagkanta and everything that, somehow na makakatulong sa akin when I fly to Singapore next year. Actually po, ngayon wala pa po dahil inaayos pa rin po. Pero I got my character sketch na po. Plus, I'm always in contact with Miss Priscilla, with Director Kelvin and Chef John about what are the things that I need to focus on and what are the things that I need to improve on. Lalo na po, dahil nasa Pilipinas po ako, so wala po akong chance masyado makapag-speak in a conversational way ng Mandarin. So that's one thing na focus ko ngayon talaga. Personally po, I can cook, but I can cook, the normal dishes for breakfast. Yung mga typical na mabilis lang lutuin talaga. But other than that, yung mga medyo komplikado na po lutuin, medyo hindi pa po talaga ako sanay. And patuloy ko po siyang inaaral up until now. And patuloy ko po siyang aralin up until I do start doing the film po in Singapore next year. Actually po, right now, wala pa po akong idea kung sino po mga makatrabaho ko pong actor. But really looking forward to working with them on an international stage, international screen. For sure, marami po ako matututunan po sa kanila and madadala ko po yun dito sa Pilipinas pagkabalik ko sa mga acting projects pa po na gagawin ko. And to start really the bond between the Philippines and the Singaporean actors talaga. Sana ito po yung bukas ng pinto para sa mas marami po GMA artists na makapunta po sa ibang bansa para gumawa po ng project. Actually po, sacrifice itself, kumbaga kailangan ko pong, kumbaga yung ibang project po, kailangan ko pong isang tabi. Kailangan ko i-priority na project, i-prioritize the project. And yun po, like I said po, gusto ko po ito po yung bigyan ng daan sa iba po kung GMA artist. So I really have to give my best, give my 100% po talaga sa film na to. So yun po.